Hey guys, it's Sasha, and my thumbnail is a gross misrepresentation for the amount of books that I'll be reading for this school year. Now, as some of you may know, I'm homeschooled. For my senior year, I'm going to be doing 2 literature-based curriculums. I'm going to be doing British literature and world literature, and I have like 46 books to read. I'm just gonna go through really quickly with you, and so yeah, these aren't in the order I'm going to be reading them in. These are just the order that I'm going to be showing them to you in. And so the first book is Homer, the Essential Iliad, and this is translated and edited by Stanley Bargo, and I'm actually currently reading this one. The next book is Risking Everything. It is 110 poems of love and revelation. I'm also reading this one right now. I'll probably be reading this one for the rest of the school year, actually, because like we read like one poem every 2 days or so. The next book I'm reading is Peregrine Sound and Sense, an Introduction to Poetry, and I'll probably be reading this for the rest of the school year as well. I am also currently reading this one, the Aeneid of Virgil, and this is a verse translation by Alan Munbella. King Lear by Shakespeare, and it has the Old English that was written in it side by side with the modern English version. Miss Misanthrope and Tariff, and this was translated by Richard Wilbur. Don Quintet, and this is by Cervantes. Other Voices in Vistas. This is a collection of contemporary multicultural fiction. So it's by a whole bunch of different authors. Short stories from Africa, China, India, Japan, and Latin America. So that should be good. This is the Divine Comedy of Dante Thingum Inferno, and this is, I just hit myself with the eye, and this is a first translation by Alan Munbella. I think he also translated one of the other books that I just talked about. This is Copenhagen by Michael Fran. Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. Ended by Voltaire. This is the Ramyam. It is the shortened modern version of the Indian epic, because I do believe the regular version is like long, if I remember correctly. And then this is The Stranger by Albert Camus. Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. The Chronicle of a Death Foretold by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Oppius Tyrannus, and this is translated by Peter Mendecki and Paul Woodruff. The Odyssey by Homer, translated by Robert Fitzgerald. Night by Ellie Westland. The Insanity of God, a true story of the faith resurrection by Nick Rippin with Greg Lewis. Persepolis, the story of a childhood by Marjane Strappy, and this is actually told in comic version, and so I'm actually really excited to read this. And then Gilgamesh, rendering in English verse, and it was rendered by David Ferry. I just finished reading this actually. I really enjoyed it. I do have a rating of it on Goodreads. I believe I rated it 5 stars. So yeah. And that was all my world literature. Now here's my British lit. First we have Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. The Great Divorce by C.S. Lewis. Pygmalion by George Shaw. If I pronounce any of these things incorrectly, I'm sorry. Dubliners by James Joyce. The Adventures of Sherlock and the Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. I actually have his complete works on my shelf, and I've had yet to read it. Jane Austen by Emma. I actually have this exact same copy, and I don't believe I've read it yet, or I've tried to read it but it didn't work out. Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll, and I have read both of these books before. Lively Art of Writing by Lucille Payne. Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. Hamlet by Shakespeare, once again the modern English version and the Old English version side by side. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, that is a verse translation by Simon Armitage. Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. I've read this, had this on my shelf. Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Smith. I actually watched a movie on this, but I've never read the book. Paradise Lost by John Milton. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bront. 3 Men in a Boat and 3 Men on a Bumble by Jerome K. Jerome, which, wow, who names their child Jerome? Lord of the Flies by William Golding, and I've read this book before, like a couple years ago. The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. The Passage to India by E.M. Forster. The Rime of the Ancient Miner and Other Poems by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I've read this book like 3 times. I have it on my shelf and I love Charles Dickens. A Severe Mercy by Sheldon Vonnegut. The Secret Sharper and Other Stories by Joseph Conrad, and I've read A Heart of Darkness or A Heart in Darkness by Joseph Conrad, and I didn't really like it. I found it quite boring. Right Ho Jeeves by P.G. Woodhouse. Canterbury Tales, a quintet, and it's edited by, it's by Geoffrey Chaucer, and it's edited by Michael Murphy. And the last but not least, Beowulf, and it's a verse translation by Seamus Heaney. If you've read any of these books before, tell me what were your thoughts on them. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you'll check out my other videos. That's all for now. Bye!